Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the incredible journey of Fernando Alonso, from the start of his Formula One career to where he is now. The Spanish driver has become one of the most successful and respected drivers in the sport, and his journey has been nothing short of amazing. In this video, we're going to explore how he got to where he is today, from his early days in karting to his current position as a two-time Formula One world champion. Part 1. The early days in making the move to Formula One. Fernando Alonso was born on July 29, 1981, in Oviedo, Spain. He started his racing career in karting at a very young age, and by the time he was 14, he had won the Asturias Karting Championship. He continued to dominate in karting, winning numerous championships and breaking records along the way. He then moved up to single-seater racing, and in 1999, he won the Euro Open by Nissan Championship, showcasing his natural talent and ability to adapt to new situations. Fernando's success in single-seater racing eventually led him to move up to Formula One. Part 2. Taking the Formula One world by storm. In 2001, he made his debut for the minority team, where he impressed with his natural talent and fearless driving style.
Fisichella scrapping with Alonso 15 to 16, but it's still a very significant situation. When did you last see a Minardi chasing a Benetton for all it's worth?
Yes, and Alonso is actually sandwiched by the Benettons. Fisichella there in 15th place, then Alonso.
He quickly caught the attention of other teams.
In 2003, he graduated to a race seat in place of the departing Jenson Button and made an immediate impact. In round 2 in Malaysia, Alonso claimed his first pole position, becoming at the time the youngest pole sitter in F1 history, and went on to take his maiden podium. He backed that up with another third spot in Brazil, and was only denied a fairy tale victory in his home Grand Prix by the reigning world champion Michael Schumacher.
And Fernando Alonso certainly had an explosive impact on Formula One in this, his first season with a competitive team. Started out with Minardi a couple of years ago, took the testing role at Renault as a build-up to this, and Fernando Alonso wins his first Grand Prix, and he becomes the youngest man ever to win a Formula One Grand Prix. And what a remarkable weekend for the young Spaniard.
And he quickly became one of the most exciting drivers on the grid. With a lot of people expecting Alonso to be able to fight for championships, he got his first chance in 2005. Part 3. The road to success. In the 2005 season, Fernando Alonso proved that he was a serious contender in the world of Formula One. His biggest challenge came from Kimi Räikkönen of the McLaren team, who was hot on his heels throughout the season.
Well, it's been a thrilling battle all year long between the two young pretenders to Michael Schumacher's crown, but we've not seen them wheel to wheel all year. The circumstances are very different. Alonso's full of fuel, Räikkönen is not. Räikkönen is losing time. He has to go past, and we're going to get some wheel-to-wheel action here between these two so exciting young drivers. Through the Lesmo bends they go, down, building up to about 220 miles an hour, under the bridge down towards Ascari. This is a quick old chicane, this one. Difficult to pass into here. Ralf Schumacher was looking at, here goes Räikkönen then, down to the second chicane, they're side by side, and Alonso I think doesn't make too much of a fight of it.
He won the opening race of the season in Australia and went on to win 6 more races, finishing on the podium a total of 13 times.
Where's the new world champion? Here he is, Fernando Alonso will cross the line to become the youngest ever Formula One world champion. Well done, Fernando Alonso!
The following year, Alonso faced a new set of competitors and obstacles, including Michael Schumacher of the Ferrari team, who had won the championship for the previous 5 years in a row.
When you look ahead to next season, do you still see Michael Schumacher then as the man to beat?
Yes, of course.
Alonso got off to a strong start, winning the opening race of the season in Bahrain.
Alonso's done it! Oh, Michael's trying to go around the outside, and Alonso takes the lead.
However, Schumacher soon began to close in on him, and the two drivers traded wins throughout the season.
Fernando lost the lead to Fizzy and was then passed by Michael. There began, in those closing stages, one of the all-time great chases. The Renault in these conditions was by far the quickest car on the circuit, and Fernando's aggression was as palpable as the ever-shrinking gap to the leader. He sliced his way through the minor placings until he could see only that red car ahead of him, growing nearer by the corner. Michael secured his last career victory by the margin of 3.1 seconds. Fernando, though, fighting to the last, had made that race a classic.
In the end, it all came down to the final race of the season in Brazil, where Alonso finished in second place to secure his second consecutive championship. Part 4: The struggles and setbacks. After winning back-to-back championships in 2005 and 2006, Fernando moved to the McLaren team in 2007. However, things didn't go as planned, and he faced numerous challenges and controversies. The team was embroiled in a major spying scandal, and tensions between Fernando and his rookie teammate, Lewis Hamilton, reached a boiling point.
Well, at the moment, Alonso having to wait again for the optimum moment to go out onto the racetrack. But he's definitely putting the harder tyres on. There's Lewis Hamilton queuing up behind him. And have they raised the lollipop to let Alonso out? Yep, they want him out of there. Now Alonso's not getting on with it. Only a minute and 40 to go. Is he blocking Hamilton here? Is that a bit of a tactic within the team there to give Hamilton a bit of a headache? I think it might well be. That's really up to you now, chum.
Yeah, James, that was a little bit naughty, I think.
We always stop. We wait for the countdown in the radio and we go. Sometimes it's 10 seconds, sometimes 45 seconds, like the first stop of today. Sometimes 10 or 15, like the second, but I think the calculation was wrong because my teammate didn't complete the lap.
As Fernando Alonso said, it was a very tough year, both on and off the track. I had some good moments, but also some bad ones. I learned a lot from that experience, and it made me stronger. After leaving McLaren, Fernando returned to Renault, where he continued to compete at a high level. He scored numerous podium finishes and even won 2 races in 2008. But the team's performance started to decline in the following years, and Fernando became frustrated with the lack of progress. As Fernando Alonso said, it was a tough period for me and the team. We were trying to compete with the top teams, but we didn't have the resources or the budget to do it. I had to be patient and stay focused, even when things were not going well. In 2010, Fernando joined Ferrari, one of the most iconic teams in Formula One history. He immediately made an impact, winning his first race for the team in Bahrain.
Fernando overcame an engine change on Sunday morning and kicked off his Ferrari career in fine style.
Fantastic job, mate. Fantastic job.
Over the next 4 years, he continued to fight for victories and championships, but ultimately fell short. Part 5: Comeback Kid. After a brief hiatus from the sport, Fernando returned to Formula One in 2015, signing with the McLaren team once again. However, his return was not as successful as he had hoped, and he struggled to find the same level of success that he had achieved earlier in his career.
Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. GP2, engine, GP2.
The engine was going much slower than before. Amazing.
Mate, I have no brakes, no tires. We are out of the points. I mean, we try to do whatever, but I don't care too much.
How is the balance?
I don't know.
Stop. And the other Williams Stroll is just leaving the pit lane now.
No more radio for the rest of the race.
Despite this setback, Fernando continued to work hard. Eventually, after a 2-year break, Alonso went back to his former championship team and races for the Alpine team, formerly Renault, in 2021. Fans and analysts wondered whether the 2-time world champion could still compete at the highest level. Alonso joined the Alpine team alongside Esteban Ocon. Alonso found his rhythm and began to show the form that had made him a champion in the past. He scored points in 11 of the first 15 races, including a 4th place finish in Hungary and helping his teammate Ocon win that race.
Fernando he's just proved his class. I think the other thing that's amazing with Fernando, he's reads races. He knew he was for position for him potentially, so he knew he was helping the team.
Hamilton trying to go around the outside, here into turn 2, does brake later this time, not late enough. Alonso stays ahead, but this is going to carry on and on, because don't forget the pace advantage the Mercedes has towards turn 4. This time he's alongside, and I think they might have touched there as well. Alonso somehow is keeping Hamilton at bay. This is incredible.
Winning the race for the team is the best result ever. And we have some kind of history in this track, you know, winning in Renault in 2003 and now winning as Alpine in 2021.
So you're giving Esteban a massive bear hug. Like, it's such a great thing for him to achieve his first Grand Prix win.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it is a special day, you know, he will never forget this day. So I'm so happy for him.
Alonso's performances helped Alpine to climb up the Constructors' Championship standings, and he finished the season in a respectable 10th place in the Drivers' Championship. In the 2022 season, Alonso continued to drive for Alpine. However, this season was a mixed bag for the Spaniard. He suffered a number of retirements and non-points finishes, but also showed flashes of brilliance, such as strong drives to 5th place in 3 races. Despite the ups and downs, Alonso's experience and skill helped him to score points in 14 of the 22 races. However, due to the inconsistency and reliability and not being convinced in the team's ability to improve the car in the next years, Alonso decided to move teams and drive for Aston Martin in 2023. Everyone wondered why Alonso would make a move from Alpine, who finished 4th in 2022, to Aston Martin, who finished 7th. But coming to the 2023 preseason testing, everyone knew immediately that Alonso made one of the best decisions he had made in his Formula One career, giving him a car to fight for podiums and race wins.
Amazing.
Yes.
Fighting against Mercedes and then finally Carlos Sainz. How amazing did it feel?
Yeah, it felt very good. Obviously, the pace was on the strong side once again on the long runs. Yeah, it's amazing what we did. I think to be the second fastest car today on the race is just an incredible job from all the team. So yeah, we have to enjoy this moment and get ready for Jeddah, because we are in front of a very interesting season now.
We saw the team members shaking even because they were so excited.
You are happy now? You're happy not in Alpine. Happy in the green.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.